cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm colder than Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
You can't kill my confidence. You think I give a fuck? That's what they do. You can't kill my confidence. You think I give a fuck? That's what they do. You can't kill my confidence. You think I give a fuck? That's what they tell me. All the fucks I ever gave.
Hello and good evening everybody, welcome back to another Grand Prix here with AERS, and I'm looking forward to it. It's round 10, it is Mexico. Sorry about last week, sorry I wasn't here, but I seen last week's race and that's all I'm going to do. It didn't look the best. I mean, there was quite a few incidents that I did see. I mean, I'll have a quick look at the stewards report. I think that might be a fun thing to have a look at, because I mean, Zandvoort as a circuit is quite close racing. From what I seen, Jay, there was a lot of, but the lobby had to actually be reset, and then there was an 18-lap race, and I seen quite a fair bit of carnage. I did see that I think Melwin took qualifying because I think Grumpy's had a busy week or whatever. But it looked like, so Melwin started P1, Silo P2, it was pretty much a race between them until I think it was like the pit stop phase where Silo went a lot longer than what Melwin did, had a lot fresher tyres. Did have a few comings together. Melwin had a few comings together with the Ferrari team. Let me just get my team sheet here because I'm still a bit thingy. So with AMR and the Williams boys of VNT, they had a bit of a coming together. I think it was Tico that went into the back, or maybe just tried going down the inside of Melwin into the final corner that caused the three things. But like I said, we'll have a quick look at the stewards report in a minute. But welcome back, everybody. How are we all doing? I know it's been we missed last week, and as I said, I do apologise. You know, I don't like missing races, but at the end of the day, things outside took me away from it. So we're back here, Mexico. I mean, in the current game, I don't like Mexico. I think in previous games, I think it was a lot better. The I'm sure it's in the beginning of Sector 3, or like I think Sector 3 just as a whole, or maybe Sector 2, just seems so undry. Just for me personally, these lads are a lot quicker than me. They drive a hell of a lot better than me. But just for me personally, it doesn't. It feels like you're on a fucking ice rink. Like I really can't seem to get the car under control, which probably due to setup or who knows. But I don't like it on this game. Let's see how the lads do with it here this evening. Should be, obviously, they'll be a lot better than watching me going around this circuit, because it has been a while, and I've kind of stayed away from it on F125, to be honest, and kind of avoided it at a must, at very much a must. But I don't have anything to really update you with championship wise. As I said, Grumpy, I think he is a bit busy, not been able to give me the thing again. I did message him a bit late, so maybe he's not got round to it. But we'll just kick off. I think SCI still got to be at the top, right, people? I mean, depending on, because there was a late safety car in last week's race as well, which only gave him a couple of laps, and Silo and Melwin were, I think Silo was P4, Melwin P7 at the pit stops. At the safety car. So, I mean, SCI, it's been like 2 weeks on the bounce now. Where, I mean, I don't know if Silo managed to get to the front, as I said, but they've dropped points. I mean, as we've seen in the race before last week in round 8, SCI weren't at the best. I think we actually lost both in the race, if I remember correctly, or they didn't score points. But yeah, it was a bit of a reality check for SCI in round 8, where they weren't the dominant team, and they had to like kind of check themselves. And I mean, Silo came back with a vengeance, obviously last week, getting P2 in qualifying. Don't know how the race quite finished up for him, but as I can't remember because there was so much other stuff going on that I've had to like try and remember and keep hold of. But yeah. So, as I said, we are here at the Mexico Grand Prix. The track was introduced back in 1963, some time ago that, with the track length being 4.304 kilometres. The lap record is held by Valtteri Bottas. You know, I do miss Bottas. He was a good driver. He had a great, teammate in Lewis Hamilton, and, I could have learned a lot from him, but I always liked Bottas. He was a genuine guy. He does hold the lap record, which is a 1 minute 17.774. He set that back in 2021 when he was still with the Mercedes team. The most pole positions goes to Jim Clark, with the most wins going to Max Verstappen. The pole run to turn 1 braking point is, I think, the longest on the calendar. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, people. I probably am. But it is 830 meters. So the challenge going into, I mean, they say, I think with Mexico, it's probably always better to qualify P2. Just to have that slipstream, because if you get a good slipstream running down into turn 1, that P1 instantly. So that's if you can battle well and you can take the corner without hitting the other driver. So the safety car probability, 43%, is a bit, quite a wide circuit. There is a lot of runoff space if there is any, contact. I think the the one place maybe to avoid any sort of contact really would be at the beginning of sector 2. I mean, turns 4, 5, 6. You definitely don't want to be going side by side through turns 7 through to 11. So, and that's the most awkward part of the track. So you're definitely going to see people sitting in behind, waiting for that DRS zone after 11, trying to get into turn 12, going into the stadium section into 13, trying to, maybe get down the inside of turn 12 or down the inside of turn 13. Virtual safety car probability is a high one. If there is contact, like I said, there is a wide runoff, so maybe that's why you probably see more virtual safety cars, because they can deal with it. As I said, there is quite a lot of runoff space. Pit stop time loss here at the circuit is 21.9 seconds. They have to spend in the pits. There are 17 corners with 3 DRS zones here at the circuit. The first DRS zone is between turns, I'm just going to say between turn 17 and turn 1. Then it's between turns 3 and 4. And as I said before, between turn 11 and 12. Let me just minimize this and shift it over, and then we can have a little conversation, people. See how everybody's doing. Nice to see you back in the chats, Jay. Always good to see you here. Another OG of the commentator community, Mr. J. Remember racing with the lad? And watching racing. And here he is, the big man, the OG of OGs. He's in the house, people. It's Goto. And I tell you what, right? I am the ART commentator, and the man, exactly, he's in the chat, the man, the myth, the legend, he's right here. I wanted these boys to be, and I think I did get the honour of them being actually a team. Sam Lewis and Goto have been 2 lads. I think I met Goto through my 5 lappers. Julie, don't be a dick. Whoa, Julie coming in all hostile. Anyway, Goto was the. I think she's talking to me. I don't know. We'll get the answer off Julie in a minute. But yeah, Goto met through 5. I'm sure I met Sam through the 5 lappers. I'm not 100%, but in the past, yes, you definitely. There's been some beef between you boys, but it was always a team that I would love to see together, and I have the pleasure and the honour of commentating on them both in the same team. I'm talking to my BFF. Yeah, how we doing, Julie, darling? Hope you well. Hope you well. But yeah, Sam should be along thinking, let's have a look at the teams, actually. Let's see who's actually racing for who tonight. Here's me waffling on. We know Sam and Goto are driving for the AERT team. AERT team. Let's have it right, people. Let's say it correctly. So, the no assist lineup for Mexico. So, as I said, AERT, it's Goto and Sam. SCI, it's Finlay and the person everybody loves, the person everybody's going to be going on about. I bet his name's going to be said at least 20 to 30 times in the chat tonight. It's the great man himself. It's Voller. Can he bring SCI back to winning ways? Silo might have done last week. I don't know. But let's see if he can. We've got RSC. It's Pim and God knows, I can't see that name. Who else is driving for RSC? So if any of the RSC boys are here and know who it is who's driving on behalf of you, let me know. AMR, it's OTs and Tiago. Otzo, should I say. Zito. We've got Zito, it is. Zito and Tiago are driving for AMR in the Ferrari. Yep. And then FRT are driving Rebel. Quantum's been doing quite well recently, picking up some good results, some good good points for the team. So keep an eye on him tonight in the Red Bull. He's joined by Karakimo. BRC, it's Marco Paines and Emilio. VNT, it's Ward and Thomas. For IRT, it's Callum and Dennis. For ONB, it's Nico Rasenberg and Schumacher. Schumacher picking up a podium this season. Really good race. I haven't seen him up there since, but maybe his luck changes tonight. And finally, for AMS, it's Lucas and Caden driving for them. So those are the teams for this evening. We are going to jump into the lobby. I need to jump onto the game. And we're going to get settled, people. We're going to get settled. We're going to settle in, get sorted, get your drinks, get your popcorn. Julie, calm down. We've got to. I'm only joking. Here he is. There he is. Big Sam Lewis. You still have no plastic diamonds. Right to survive. Yes, Grumpy. How we doing, bro? How we doing, mate? Great to see you in the chat. Let's get into this lobby, and you can join me in there. Drive for space, actually. How are you doing, Sammy? Nice to see you in, bro. Should be an interesting race, this one. Mexico, always one of them circuits, you know, anything can happen. Sam's beef. Get AMS Caden with the friend request. Thank you, Caden, for the friend request in game. Put you in a wall if I get pissed off. Innit, they'd be comical, these two together. Tell them, Julie. Bang their heads together, Julie. Mama Bear needs to step in. Start smacking some asses. Yeah, lobby filling up. We got Grumpy. Oh, better go spectator before Grumpy tells me off. You don't recall. I don't recall. Miami LRS season 3. Did I commentate on that? I don't think I did. Chicane, you went for a dive bomb. Did I commentate? Good boy. I'm sure. I think I did. Yeah, I think I remember. Hi, Obola! Yes, Meggy, how's it going, mate? Big up, Taz. Yes, Aaron. How's it going? We've got Higher Finley as well. Smeggy in the chat. But nice to see you in the chat, Aaron. Nice to see you in the chat, Smeggy. Smeggy becoming a regular here at the channel. But yeah, I do remember the Miami incident. I think I spoke to both of you about that. Whoa, whoa! What Smeggy just said to Aaron there? Smeggy, big up. Oh, there we go. Aaron's bigging up Smeggy. I'm a regular. I manage SCI Blood. Hey, you could just be a regular just for the love of the show, Smeggy lad. Just for the love of the show. But yeah, Voller's here. The chat just lights up when this guy's in, and as we'll religiously have to do, Voller is the show. Well, we'll see. But no doubt we'll get asked to go on with a lap with him and all the rest of it. So, can I have an invite? Anybody, please? Got Big Sammy Lewis. Have you got one, Sam? Let me see. Right. Grumpy, I'll probably get you. So many people on here now. The pain in the ass. I have like 3 lists. And people that are active. Oh, there's Sammy. There you go, Sam. Don't worry, Grumpy, I've got him. Anyone leave the gap anywhere? I'm going for it, Jay. In the words of Senna, innit? That's what Goto lives by. Should have him tattooed on his forehead. You ain't racing if you ain't going for the gap. If someone along them lines, you should have that tattooed across the back. Thank you, Ollie, for the follow. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome in. Join us for round 10. Massapin. Is that what you say in the Tattootion, PJ? But yeah, welcome in, Ollie, to round 10 here at AERS. We have Mexico coming up, man. Mexico. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, don't worry, Voller lovers. We'll get on with a lap with him for qualifying. You can enjoy a full lap so you can get your fix. But wonder who's going to come out here on top here at Mexico. RSCI going to get back to winning. Grumpy did silo win last week's race. I mean, I don't know whether he was involved in any stewards route. I need Voller. Fucking hell, Gotto, you're not one of them at all, are you? Are you? I'm gonna call you all Voller Knights. The Voller Knights. Ah, the results are in the comms chat. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. You don't know who Voller is. You'll fucking know after this stream, lad. I knew after the first stream of him being here. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, in the end, Silo did get back the team back to winning ways last week. Quantum with a P2. He's been picking up podiums, the lad. Zito as well, also picking up a podium for AMR. How did the AERT boys do? Got Caden in P6 and Nat M in P8. So points, come on, boys. So fastest lap went to Fanat Spinoda for the 109.004 and Paul, can't see it, Melvin got it though. And let's have a look at the championship. So yeah, SCI still massively leading the way. AMR in P2 quite comfortably in a minute. With just 4 rounds to go after this one. FRT and AERT, and I tell you what, they've done the comeback, AERT, to get into the place that they are. I mean, the boys want to be proud after their first couple of races, and to be getting up into the top 5 with such a stacked grid and stacked teams. These are brilliant teams that you're going to be watching tonight. Some great drivers. Yes, they have mistakes, and like we all do. We can make tiny mistakes. Sometimes they can be massive and cause havocs, but other times they could just be minor and you can carry on racing. But as we said, we've seen nothing but there has been obviously the odd moments, but we've had some great side-by-side action this season. And let's hope Mexico brings it out. Free the RS zone should keep the racing nice and tight. We've seen that it can kind of split into 2 DRS trains at times, the grid. So we could be looking at 2 different battles, but RSC down at the bottom, just 50 points. They need a good result tonight. So does AMS. AMS had a pretty decent start. Yeah, I mean, first race of the season, picking up any classes, any leaders, 38 points, and then it's just been downhill from them since then. So AMS really do need to bring it back here tonight. But the countdown is on to qualifying. Yes, Scarv, how we doing? Got Kai in the chat as well. Hiya. Top 10 in quality and I'll be happy. Can't be asked to try a comeback for good points every race. Yeah, exactly, Gotto. You got to have, you know what I mean? You've got to have an easy one every now and again. Just a steady one. Well, let's go, people. Qualifying. 18 minutes of laps here from the drivers to see who can get that pole position for the start of the race. But is pole position for the start of the race the place you want to be in with that long run down to turn 1? Have to wait and see how it pans out. But get your votes in the chat. Come on, who's going to get P1 in qualifying here
Are we going to see the man, the myth, the legend, the one that everybody talks about, mainly the SCI team? I'm only joking, boys. But is he going to get that top spot? And then Sam Lewis says, Scav in the chat. You're not having a prediction ball. I can't be asked. Hey, they could just put it in this, make it for me. I've got to get someone who's constantly in my streams and trying to find the right person. But come on, you can tell me them. I can read them. Come on, let's see. Oh, Welfs. Let's get the track map up. Let's get all the good stuff up before the lads hit the circuit. Wonder who'll be first out. Who's going to be first to hit? They've got VNT Thomas. Must have a qualifying ban already. Out of qualifying, I'll ban you. Goto is known as the ban man. We got Oscar. Yes, Oscar. Hiya! We've got cars on the circuit, and it is Wards who is first out for VNT. Driving in that Williams car. Future Pro. Robert, let's go. Hype up Sammy. Let's go. Yes, Future Pro. How we doing, bro? Everybody's in tonight. They're all turning up. Yeah, not many people out on the track as of yet. We've got AMS Callum. We've got Mip. We've got Paynes. We've got Emilio. We've got Finley. Finley picking up a brilliant win. Zandvoort took his... Oh, we've got a 5-place grid penalty already. Took advantage of a silo track racer incident going into the chicane. The final chicane at Zandvoort. And, yeah, just whipped it round and took a brilliant result. So, here we go with Wards. He's got plenty of track in front of him. And shouldn't be interrupted on his lap. Takes out the cones, as everybody will be happy to see them disappeared. No interruptions on their laps. But here we go with VNT Wards. What can he do as he now starts his first run of the evening here at Mexico? And it's the rundown to turn 1. DRS active as he makes that 830 metre from the start finishing line to turn 1. Braking, throwing that car in. Into 2, looking nice and clean. Catches the curb. Oh, runs him off track. That's going to be a lot of time lost there. And hopefully he can keep it on circuit next run around. Ref, says Kai in the chat. But yeah, I think it's because he lost that much time, Kai, to be honest, through that corner. I don't think he got invalidated. This is the pain in the ass part of the track for me. Turns 7, 8, and 9. Oh. Just ate it. But a lot of people putting in their laps at this moment in time. We've got Sam Lewis on an out lap. Goto still in the pit lane, as well as Voller. We've got Robert in the chat. Nico's getting pulled, says Robert. He's backing Nico. As there we go, Wards on 114.194. Let's jump down to one of the AERT lads. Let's jump on board with Sammy Lewis. Let's see what he can do with his opening lap here at Mexico. Is this a track that he enjoys, as we see Finley go across the line with 13.998. Putting SCI on that top spot. Quantum not far behind for Red Bull and FRT. As Sammy Lewis is making his run down to turn 1 for the first time in the evening to put in his banker lap. Can he get in and around the top 3? As we got Zito with a 113.987. There's not much between that top 2. And I'm sure there'll be a few more people that fill in between that gap before the end of qualifying. Sammy Lewis in to sector 2 now, just going round turn 6. Got to throw it into 7. Try and cut that corner as much as you can. And Sammy's invalidated. Sammy has invalidated. Let's jump on with, here we go. We'll give it you already, people. Here he is. Voller with his first lap of the evening. And get your tissues out. I'm sure some of you are going to need them. Because here we go. It's the run down to turn 1. On board with Voller, and here comes the goal. Here we go, all the SCI boys in the chat. As we get Semi, we get Sem for RSC for 119.945. Can this great man who drives on behalf of SCI, can he put it on provisional pole comfortably with this lap? Going through turn 6, it's making his way through sector 2. Cuts the corner there, you can see the grass on the tyres. Needed for that extra turning. Call him it. Only Voller can do that. Look at that apex. Here we go. The Voller fans are out in numbers. Looking like a good lap so far from the great man himself. Through turns 16 and 17 he comes. Is it enough for a provisional pole? It's not. It's enough for P4. Check in with Goto as he's making his way into sector 2 now. Kai says he's sandbagging. He's sandbagging. Okay, we'll see. Goto through turn 6 on his way to turn 7. Cutting the corner nicely there. Gets that extra rotation. Holy bro, this is so close. It's going to be close at the top. I'm telling you. Why is he downshifting there? I ain't got a clue. Ask him. But come on, Goto. Through 16. He's validated. Both of the AERT boys invalidated, and this team really does need a result. It's the Kick Sauber team, and it's AMS. They need a good lap here. The AERT boys, they need to get it together. We've got OMB and Nico. We did see Nico mentioned in the chat before, but we will jump on board with, it'll be Lucas. For AMS, it will be first to cross the line. Can they get a good result? They need a solid points haul from this evening race to salvage anything really from this season so far. Only 4 races left after this, and they're going to want to be gathering as many points as they can until the end of the season. Try and not be that bottom team. What's the standings looking like? I did go through them, Future Pro. I will go through them between quali and the race. I will go back through them then. Number 1, that's all that matters. Yeah, well, SCI are at the top by quite a distance. I think it's AMR in P2. Voller P1. Everybody loves Voller, Future Pro. You'll get to know that, mate. Oh, and already one of the AMS boys invalidating on the lap. It's Lucas, so now it's all down to Caden, and it doesn't look good. That was a poor turn 2 for the King Sauber driver. Big slide, a very big slide. The new Nico is better than the first one. Where is Nico? Let's have a look at him for OMB. He's on a lap. He's doing well. He's got a bit of traffic. He's got the Kick Sauber in front of him. Could be picking up a bit of dirty air in two corners there that are quite crucial on the lap. You do not want to be getting any dirty air, and especially through this part, through sector 2. Any dirty air is really going to spoil your lap. Going to lose your lap time. As now the OMB driver of Nico making his way into the stadium section through turn 12 into 13. He is now 14, and then why they class it as a corner, 15 into 16 he goes. Nico now round turn 17. He's just got the start finishing line to go, and it's a 1:14.130. He puts OMB in P5. Let's have a look at Zito. Can Zito move into the top? Not got much lap time to find if he wants to take that top spot. Watch the sector 1 split. Here it comes. And it didn't even tell us whether he gained. So he did gain some time. He's gained enough time to take provisional pole so far. 10th up in sector 1. Zito nicely through turn 11, turn 10 there. So, no, turn 11. Oh my god, we'll get back to that in a minute. But let's watch for the next split. Here it comes. He's lost a bit of time in sector 2, but he's still gained enough time to take provisional pole. He needs to gain a lot as Quantum jumping to the top there for the Red Bull team of FRT, and it's a 1:13.896. Has Zito done enough through sector 3? It's a 1:13.875, and that puts him straight to the top spot. Let's have a look at Sem. Watch Sammy. I will do in a minute. Finley coming around the final few corners. Can Finley put SCI in the top 3? Here he comes. Finley, round turn 17, to the line, and Finley takes top spot. There's still time in qualifying. These lap times are ramping up, but it's Finley on top. Voller, can Voller match him? Voller looking a bit slidey into turn 16 there. Slidey on the exit. He's pushing it in, giving it everything, and it's enough for P3. But there's definitely plenty of time in that sector 3 for Voller. Just a bit heavy on the accelerator there. And this is really ramping up. Let's take a look at the AERT boys. Where are they? Gotto and Sammy Lewis, P10 and 11 currently. Not much split in the pair, but they need to gain a lot if they want to mix it in that top 5. Schumacher, good result. P7 so far in qualifying. Gonna be happy with that one. Yeah, it's short qualifying, mate. Short qualifying. Short qualifying future, bro. Is Schumacher actually on a lap here? No, not after that exit. Smeggy, come on, mate. Say thank you. You're not royalty. Finley cooking for once. Finley is having a great qualifying so far. Like 2/10 clear. P2. Brilliant. So everybody back to the pit lanes, and probably just going to settle in now. Let's have a look at the other lads down here. We've not set times. We've got one of the Red Bull team. Let's have a look at rim bands. That's what we'll call him. As we get Bobby Dude in the chat. How we doing, Bobby? Every time I see a name Bobby, it just never mind. It's fun. Just reminds me of Bobby Boucher. You're probably too young to even know who Bobby Boucher is. Grumpy or not. If he doesn't, it's criminal. Oh, big moment! Big moment! Sector 2. Just not. It's a part of the track I absolutely hate. Right, so I can see in the chat we've got apparently a 12-9 coming from Voller, says Oscar. Well, Mama don't know. Oh, no. She showed me a boobies and I like that too. Right. 3.5 minutes of qualifying to go. Let's look like Grumpy doesn't know who Bobby Boucher is. Karim Bands. Karim. Yeah, well, it says... I'm going to call it rim bands. I can't, do you pronounce how it's spelled there? Rim bands. That's how that's how you say it. It's not spelled with an A on the screen. Right, we've got out laps. We've got the AERT boys out in front of us. So let's see who it is who's actually in front of him. Is it Sammy or is it Goto? And it is Sammy Lewis. Goto a bit further back, just going through turn 6. Thank you very much for the follow, Ghost. I have to guess the second fucking letter of everybody's name now, if they've not got it right. I hear Finley. Finley on an outlet. We'll jump on board with Finley. Where is he? He's back in sector 2. We'll see what he's doing very, very shortly. But let's see if AERT can move up the ladder. We're on board with Sammy Lewis, and it's his final run here in qualifying. How do I get rid of this clip on my chat? I ain't got a clue. I think you'll just have to write a couple of like words and knock it up until you can't see it. Oh, Sammy's backed out of that lap. I think Sammy's going again, so let's jump up. Let's find Finley. Finley currently P1. Can he improve on this lap? He's currently sat on a 1:16.647. Let's see if he can improve, and let's jump on board for his final run of the evening here from Finley. Sammy Lewis better get a wiggle on, or he's not even going to get the lap completed. Not going to be able to start another lap. Ooh, looks like a bit of a sketchy turn 1 that. The sector split, is he improved? Nah, I thought it was very sketchy. Nearly 2 tenths down. Pretty much a lap abandoned. So let's look at Zito, who's abandoned his lap as well. Also going for another one. Let's have a look at Voller. Voller's also down in sector 1. Not everybody's having a good sector 1 here, apart from Quantum. Quantum's actually improved through sector 1. Not by much, 0.09 of a second. But an improvement is an improvement, whereas his other competitors are failing through turn 1. Quantum has actually managed to improve. As Ward's moving it up into P2 for VNT. Getting it in when it mattered on that final run. As Quantum now up 0.5 tenth. Just sector 3 to go. Can he gain some more time? Doesn't really need to gain that much to move up into the top 3, but if he can gain some, it could secure the position. It's round turn 17 for Quantum. He's got the power down. It's up to the line, and Quantum moves into P2. Zito on another lap here, and he's already invalidated, so that's going to be his position. Voller down in P6. Goto definitely done with qualifying. Anybody else? Can we jump on board? Let's have a look at Thiago. Is Thiago? No, he's down. Sammy Lewis. That's going to be it for Sam as well. So Sam down in P14. A lot to do for the AERT boys. But Finley, take a bow. A 113, sorry. 0.647. beating his nearest competitor by nearly 0.2 of a second. Is this Finley's night? Or is he just a quali merchant? We'll find out shortly, people, as that is qualifying over. There's time remaining, 1 minute 9. It'll give Mippy a chance to get back to the pit lane, but that qualifying very, very close. I mean, look at the top. P2 to what? I think it was P6 there, all within a tenth of a second. That is absolutely mad. Probably less. Oh, hang on, they were. Yeah, look. I mean, look at it there. From Quantum down to Voller. Well, call it Marco in P9. Just 3 tenths splitting the lot of them. That is ridiculous. As we get Troy, what am I seeing? You're seeing a list of drivers that have just qualified. Am I hallucinating? Are you on about Finley? Out qualified by Tiago. Is Troy on about Finley here? But yeah, as I said, I would give Pro the rundown of the championship so far. I don't know if there's going to be a restart. There was a 5-place grid penalty handed out. Don't know whether that's been challenged. But yeah, SCI at the top with 341. AMR in at P2 with 272. Future Racing Team in at P3 with 205. AERT in at P4 with 202. VNT P5 197. P6 is OMB with 159. BRC are in at P7 with 111. P8 is IRT with 103. AMS in P9 with 87, and then RSC down in P10 with just 50 points. So, doesn't look like there's going to be a restart. I don't think the 5-place grid penalty was challenged. I don't know whether, because there has been restarts before, I think, for the penalties. But it looks like this one might actually start. Not Rishi, game's gone. How are we doing, Rishi, lad? And the game, I would definitely admit, has gone. They need... The DLC better be absolutely... Yes, Ghost. The DLC better be absolutely magnificent. It better make everybody happy. But here we go. As the lights count down, and that's 5 red lights for round 10. Here at 8... I think we're having a restart. Here we are. Yeah, there's a restart. So, more time to talk to you lovely people. I mean, what are we thinking about Voller there? Yes, Mr. Crew. How's it going? Here's to you, Mr. Crew. How's it going, bro? But yeah, bit of time to talk to you boys now. I mean, are we surprised? I mean, I'm very surprised with Voller's qualifying position. Very, very surprised. And that's because you lot hype him up so much. Well, the SCI boys and a couple of others. I mean, I think I've just never seen him race, but yeah, I mean, qualifying just wasn't there for him. Kind of unravelled, and I'm very well, Mr. Crew, very, very well indeed. Come on, SCI, you've got to admit, I bet you're shocked that Voller isn't top 2. Kai, Smeggy, don't all run away in the closet because your mate's not done as well as he's supposed to have done. Come on. Yeah, but I mean, fair play, Kai, fair play, fair play, fair play. I'll take that answer. I'll take that answer. I mean, but he has done well in quality. Do you know what I mean? Like, for me as a person that's seeing like him being bigged up so much, and like he's done well recently, and like the last 2 times, like I think I've done comms on Voller. His qualifying hasn't been great, but I do agree that I do agree with Kai that, you know, he has got some brilliant race pace and could definitely make a lot up in the race. Still T6 or question mark or went up. I'll leave that conversation between Kai and Ghost. Sorry, that's probably me. I can't come out of this, which is bullshit. Just because I spectate. Boom. Right, there we go. Finally out of the lobby. Well, back to the lobby. So yeah, the 5-place grid penalty shouldn't have stood, so I think that's why we've had the lobby reset here, people. So just give Grumpy a little bit of time, and I'm sure he will have us back racing very, very shortly. So how are we all doing, people? Did we have a good Easter? Who got eggs? Come on. I didn't get one. I'll be honest, but I don't. An egg's an egg. And plus I've got 2 kids at home, so they just feed me chocolate. It's happy days. I didn't need one. Yeah, but it was good. Got home, mate. Really good. Enjoyed it. Got to relax, kick back. The weather pissed me off though, because it said it was going to be raining, and I wanted to take like the family for a drive down to like Nottingham. There's like a big like park thing that I wanted to take them, but nah, I didn't want it to rain. I wanted it to be like it pissed me off because it said on the day that I wanted to go that it was raining. But then it was no. It said it was one way or another. Anyway, it was. So I think we made plans like to just chill in the house and stuff like that. But it was gorgeous weather. Sammy lad, come on. We know you've got some good race pace. You can make it back. But yeah, how was yours, Gotto? You do anything good, bro? Yeah, it was ridiculously hot. I mean, I was off. Obviously, Friday, Monday. It is, mate. It is. You don't get to enjoy the bank holidays anymore, lads. That's your bank holiday is over. Is this going to be Finley's race? Is it going to be a race where Finley can win it off the start? As I said in the beginning, like, here at Mexico, it's more favourable to start P2 than it is starting P1. Because it's such a long run down to turn 1 that you can get that slipstream, and we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But do you want to be leading this race around Mexico? Are we going to see some people trip over themselves, and are we going to see a safety car? We've had a late safety car that's really thrown things up in the air. As we get Blocks Racing in the chat. Let's go Sam Lewis and Tiago. Yes, Blocks, how's it going? Welcome in. We are just having a lobby reset due to an unfair grid penalty. So we're just going to be getting that sorted, and we should be under race conditions very, very soon. But yeah, welcome in, bro. Great to see you here in the chat. Anybody play Arc Raiders? Come on, gotta be like 1 or 2 years. Alright. Not one of us, fair play. But we are getting into the race. As the countdown has just finished there. And we can get to watch some racing, people. Be coming your way very shortly. We'll have a couple of races. You not play it, crew? Oh, you need to, bro. It's a good game. As we get an IRT member of Dennis with the follow. Thank you very much, Dennis, for the follow. Massively appreciated, bro. Welcome in. Now this spices things up. Why? Sam Lewis and Gotto, you're my boys. You should be telling me that there's rain. Yes, Mrs. Crew. Oi, oi. Yes, Bina. Love you, darling. Hope you well. I ain't got a clue, Rob. I weren't told that it was raining. Nobody tells me. Nobody tells me what the weather. I'm just as like as you guys that it's raining. Like, but this really does spice things up. This really does add a bit of, you know, a bit of flavor to the mix. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is really gonna test these drivers. And weirdly, it might not happen. 5 cars are DNF'd before turn 1. Great optimism, Robert. Great optimism. But what was I going to say? Like, surprise. You'll notice that people seem to take it a lot easier in the rain into turn 1. 5 lappers that we did like a bit back when a lad called Kai was absolutely dominating. Not the SCI Kai that we have in the chat. Another Kai. Dominating all the 5 lappers, and every time it was rain, we was expecting absolute carnage, but it went actually surprising. It went a lot better than the dry conditions. Yes, Josh, how was it going, bro? Nice to see you in the chat. How we doing? And I might have to have a word with the lad who did comms last week. He needs to sort his volume mix out massively. Sounded like he was down in the Fagler hole, like trying to shout for help from the bottom of it. It was, I mean, fair play to him. You know what I mean? He stepped up, and I'm not slating you in any way, lad, but you really do need to mix that, like you sort your mixer out of, like, game to volume sound, because, like I said, you was, sounded like you was deep in that Fagler hole. Yeah, I'm good, Josh. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Rain the entire race. Let's go. Let's go. How many cars finish this? Come on, people. How many safety cars are we seeing? I'm saying there's going to be at least one. At least. Go on, crew. Forward. Yeah, true, Robert, true. $3.5 or under for a safety car. I'm saying there's going to be one. There's definitely going to be one. It's definitely intermediate conditions. Definitely, but I don't think we'll see any full wets. That's intermediate rain, that is, people. Intermediate rain. Watch this now, they'll all start on full wets. Here we go, people. The second time of the evening. We have 5 red lights for round 10 of AERS. And we are underway. And it's all about the rundown to turn 1. Finley looks like he got a good start there, but automatically on the defence. We've got cars ghosting, which... oh, I don't know. That was a bit awkward for Quantum. But Quantum has lost a position and going round the outside. It's Sem for RSC. What a move going into turn 1. Under braking there. That was absolutely brilliant from the RSC driver of Sem. Finley, though, going on the attack. Is he going to go down the inside? Trying to retake back the lead of this race. We've got Schumacher up into P3. Are we going to see Schumacher on the podium? Quantum struggling. Trying to hold on to the position in the background there. But Schumacher already 1.2 seconds off the back of the front 2. We've got movers already. Gotto has made up a couple of positions. Sam Lewis has lost a couple of positions off the race start though. But that was a cracking move from Sem. As we get SCI Daniel. Finley better not disappoint. Oh God. There's SCI Daniel in the chat. How are we doing, Daniel, lad? Great to see you join us in the chat. And Sem is absolutely dropping Finley like a bad habit here. Already outside that second race, Finley pushing to get back. Within that 1 second gap, Schumacher's defending from Quantum in the background. As they go side by side into turn 1. Quantum trying to go around the outside. He's got the inside line for turn 2. It'll be the outside line for turn 3. Who comes out on top? It's Quantum getting past Schumacher. And now they're both putting pressure on Quantum. Moving down into turn 4. And it's Quantum who comes out on top. Is Nico going to go around the outside of his teammate? And all this battling, Voller looking to sneak one round the outside, but gets Schumacher defending from Voller. He now has the tough task of defending against such a legend within this chat. But he is losing the opportunity to go and win this race with the gap now from Finley. It is now 2.2 seconds. And it looks like it's going to be a race between Sem and Finley. Who wins this one? But a safety car could definitely stir things up. As we move into lap 3, it's Sem, followed by Finley, followed by Quantum. Then it's Nico, Schumacher, Voller, Zito, Marco, Gotto, Wards. That is your top 10 here going into lap 3. When is the rain coming? It's already there. Aaron, lad. Just intermediate conditions. I mean, the track still doesn't look that... I would say to me that looks like borderline dry to wet, but these guys know better than me. Why is DRS in here? Oh shit, yeah. I think it's just on the brink. I think it's very close, but I think we've got side-by-side action here from Gotto and Wards. Gotto holding on to P9 there. Was he a bit forceful in holding on to that P9 then? But he is struggling, is Gotto. You can see that the Wards just has that better pace going through the corners. Gotto just seems to be struggling, dropping back as well. As yes, DRS is still enabled. As Wards does get past Gotto, I think Gotto knowing that that move was coming. As Sem and Nico now a 25.255, fastest lap of the race. Nico in P3 and Nico is flying. He's having such a good race, managed to get past Quantum, but he's got a big, tall order if he wants to try and get the win of this race. He's got 2.5 seconds, well 2 seconds in reality to find if he wants to push the pass, thank you. I think it was Otto. But Nico, yeah, a lot to do. Let's see if he can do it. As we take a little trip down the grid, let's have a look at Lucas in P13. Got VNT Thomas right on his tail, but not close enough to launch any sort of attack. You can see the McLaren and Red Bull getting very close in the background there. As we get Karim and Emilio nearly coming together on the exit of turn 4. And I think Dennis, it's just been a race that I think we've all had. It's one to forget. Let's hope he sticks in it. You never know what a safety car can do for your race. But 3-second time penalty already for AMS Caden, who sits 4 seconds back off Mip, and it just doesn't look. What the was that? His car looked like a ghost. But yeah, Caden really struggling here. 9 seconds off the back of P18. And I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I feel an early retirement coming for AMS. He really is struggling. So Sem has given us the highlight of the race so far with an absolutely brilliant move around the outside into turn 1, getting 2 positions, and really is bringing RSC a good haul of points here this evening if he can hold on to this position. He has got some tough opposition in behind him. Finley trying to attack, and has that rain stopped? The rain hasn't stopped, but and for me it's just so borderline. I mean, we all know that Mexico is one of them for track limits as well. Easy to pick up penalties. Caden, the first of the evening to pick up track limit warning. Are we going to see any more before the end of this race as we get BRC in the chat? Great Marco. There's Marco down in P8. Is he making moves? Why were we lying about the Let's see, can he get close to Zito? Nah, he just has to settle in. Streak reach. We've got Kim in the chat. He's currently on a 3 streak. Watch, come on. Pannies supporting Marco there. Currently in P8, we're on board with the driver. And as I said, DRS train, we do usually see 2, and the other one starts from P13 with VNT Thomas. There is a couple now. It is spreading out a bit further back. Sammy Lewis struggling a bit down in P16. Just doesn't, and that's why he's struggling. You can see a bit of the car missing there. So Sammy will be struggling with that Alpine, trying to get it round this difficult circuit with, you know, a normal wing, but with damage, just makes it that little bit harder. As we get, come on, Emilio for from BRC. Emilio, there he is, P15. And he has got Sam Lewis for company, but if he gets a good couple of corners together, he could drop Sam, especially with Sam having that damage. As we've got action going on up top, and it's Quantum and Nico getting close. Look like Quantum from the timing board went for a move into turn 1, but Nico had a good defense for it. And Nico with the DRS as well against Quantum, so maybe we've missed an overtake because Nico would have had a double door, so they've had it down the start, finishing straight, and then through turns from turn 3 to turn 4. Still no change up at the touch. Sem, comfortable lead in front of Finley. He's been holding that 1 second. Finley has been trying to get back. There's been a mistake from Finley. He's just lost half a second there in Sector 2. And Finley has left the session. Finley has desynced. Now, this will put Nico right up on the rear diffuser of Finley, but it'll set Sem free. Oh, Finley, this is so unfortunate. Can the SCI team get him back in pronto? Or has it been a total system crash for Finley? As we get Swifty in the chat, Wards is on 65%. Wow, on lap 8 as well. The AI must be running pretty decently high here for Finley. Let's hope he just loses one position, because this is going to be probably a race to forget for Finley if he doesn't get in quick. If that lad is going to drop like a lead balloon down the pack. His PS turned off. Oh my god. No way. That is mental. So, barring a safety car so far, here's your race winner. He's got a 3.5 second gap to Nico. OMB could be looking at a double podium here if they can get rid of Quantum, who splits the pair. But OMB, this is going to be a really good result for the team. Schumacher been in and around this position before, knows the games that you have to play. That is just tough for Finley, says Robert. Bit harsh. Rob lad. 75% now, Jesus. And who did Swifty said that was? Wards. Where is Wards? Wards is in P8. And has that just been a push to pass from Gotto? Oh, it's causing all sorts of carnage here. I think Thiago has lost his front left end plate. Gotto is struggling, and he has. Thiago front right, sorry, not front left. Front right end plate missing, and I think Finley's just joined back. 80%, he's getting a 100. He is right on the rear diffuser of Callum though. I think if he does one more lap on them inters, I think he's done for. I think it could be a definite puncher if what Swifty is saying to be true. And yeah, he's definitely in the pit, so it was true from Swifty there. Nico also in the pits. Nico trying to go for, well, the overcut here on Quantum, trying to get a bit more of a gap to Quantum. Is that a mistake by Quantum? Should Quantum have followed him in? Don't know. It's up to Schumacher now. Can Schumacher get past before the pit stops? It worked well for the team this if he can. I am not 100% Smeggy. Let's have a look at his car. It's still ghosted, so I'd say no. I thought I seen his name pop up at the bottom, but it weren't him. Seeing any punches, anybody dropping down the pack. Communicating with services. Dennis Kai, he is gone. That's what happened to me in a race last week, and it just wouldn't fix. That's been this night over if he's getting the same glitch that I had. Gutting for SCI, but we're seeing more pit stops now as we see Quantum and Schumacher both into the pit lane. Sammy Lewis, 86% tyre wear, not surprised carrying the damage. but a lot of pit stops. Let's see. Where is he? Where's Nico? There he is. Nico does manage to get out in front of Quantum. How far does he get out in front of Quantum, though? That is one hell of a gap. That's a good gap that Nico's picked up there to Quantum. Can just push on now. Sem's stayed out. Is he going to stay out a bit too long? Kush can have the tyres. So there are your tyre compounds. They're all on the intermediates. Has Nico done enough to get in the front? We're going to have a little look-see. Caden down in P18. Let's see if he jumps into the pits this lap, or has he got another lap on these tyres? Looks like he has another lap. Is this putting the race lead in Nico's hands? Because I'm sure as thinking Nico's going to know that Sem hasn't pitted, that he's stayed out again. As we've got more people in the pit, we've got Callum, Thomas, Thiago and Lucas. And Nico is trying to get the lead of this race. Or he's trying to do a one-stop. I mean, he's been pretty much controlling the pace since the beginning, so he could be trying for it. Be a big ask, but let's see if he can pull it off. Voller's still out, Zito's still out, Finley, ghosted car, gutted for Finley, absolutely gutted. Schumacher has managed to get past Quantum as well. So OMB technically in at I would say P1 and 2 right now. But Sem could come out right in between the pair of them. Schumacher's got to try and close that gap. But if Sem comes out behind like Quantum's not going to want to let Sem through. It's going to be an hard battle. But if these guys are going for the two-stop, then it could be a totally different story. What happened to Finley? Desync. Yeah, it's PS. No, sorry, PS turned off. So Sem into the pits. Let's see where he feeds back out into this race. The OMB boys coming down the straight. Nico, you can see him. Nico in front. Schumacher in front. Quantum in front. Has Sem left it too long there? And is now kind of compromised himself, because as I said, Nico leads this race now by 1.5 seconds. These boys ain't going to want to let Sem through. They ain't just going to let him mosey on through and go, yeah, all right, you know, go back into the lead of the race. And they're going to defend. So I think we've got a new leader of the race, and it's Nico. People mentioning him in the chat before qualifying. And during. So could this be our new race winner? Has Sem kind of gone wayward with the strategy, and is he now stuck in a position where that race win is kind of getting away from him? He does have the fresher tyres of the top 5. You know, Finley has stayed out, so his AI will bugger off soon. But yeah, I mean, Schumacher should be past Finley's AI by now. Or is Finley actually back? Finn's actually back in his car. Yeah, he's definitely back in his car. Finley coming back to the race. Well played to him. But it could have been a lot better result. If anything, the lad's praying for a safety car on this lap. Because then in reality, he's only lost, what, 2 positions? So I think the whole of SCI are hoping for a safety car on this lap so Finley can kind of stay in the position that he was at and try and fight for that win once again. Has it stopped raining? No. It just looks like it at our speed, but when you go on board with the drivers, it still is raining. There's Finley coming under attack once again. It's Sem, and he's not making this easy for Sem. Oh, contact with Sem as well from Finley, and that cost Sem some time there. It's Finley into the pits now, and I think, is Schumacher playing the team game here? Is he holding up or trying to hold up Quantum? I don't think he's holding. I think Nico just had solid outlet. Solid outlet. And managed to get like a 2-second gap between us. So he's maintaining that gap now. He's on dries. I mean, let's just watch on board with it. Let's just see what like a couple of turns look like, because I do very much think it's borderline. It's just when these mediums start to drop off and the grip doesn't look like bad. I mean, what we're saying, people. Easy catch. I'd say it's very borderline. I think it does lean more inters, but I think it's a very fine line. Oh, Karim, 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Karim unraveling there for the Red Bull driver. I mean, he's sticking with him. Fair play. And as we've got more people going on to dry tyres, we've got Emilio, we've got Karim, all going to dries. And I mean, Mark must be telling them that, you know, dries might be the better tyre, but is it worth that risk of trying them and then the rain getting harder, because the circuit is looking a lot darker than what it was. Dennis lap time. No, that's not fair. And plus, I'm not taking it off the racing. That's if team telemetry worked, I could have told you, mate. Hey, Swifty, come on, you know it's not an L, mate. It is DNF'd, so I think that tells you everything you need to know about the dry tyres. Oh, safety car. And I bet Finley's wishing that came 2 laps ago. Oh my God. So now for the for the dry runners, I think it'll be a trip back into the pits. You can't be real. We have a safety car every week, I think. But Nico, Quantum, Schumacher, I think everybody, even the 6, you know, they're all going to be into the pit. Fresh inters to go to the end. will they go to the end? What are these boys going to do up at the front? I think it's decision time, decision making, and yep, they're all into the pit. Is Schumacher going to stay out, or has he backed up his teammate enough? Backed up the pack enough to maybe not get a double stack here and lose a position. Sem with a 10-second time penalty for a severe collision with Schumacher. And the double stack. Schumacher will lose positions. Schumacher down to P8. Gotto is on dries. Quantum in P3 is on hards. Pack it up, Dennis, says AJ in the chat. Is this the strategy? I've seen races like this before. I remember a race at Australia where it was very, very fine margins. Like, very much similar conditions. But the dry tyres only worked for like 1 or 2 laps, and then maybe, let's give it 5 at a push. And then that was it. Quantum really is trying to get the temperature by bumping these tyres, backing off, trying to get pace up. That's Finley at P1. Oh no, it's me and Pete Thomas, who's also a P, I think. Oh, he's going to get swollen up into turn 1. And an AI starting the race as well. Oh my god. Only 3 more. Well, when there's one in sim racing, there's usually one that follows. So you could very much be right. Sem, with that 10-second time penalty, was it warranted? I mean, he went into the back of Schumacher for severe collision. So has that cost him wing damage? Because if it's a severe collision, I mean, even with the 7-second hits, he'd have lost positions off that, so I don't know how severe that ultimately was, but it's not severe enough to give Sem a wing change anyway. But yeah, Schumacher, biggest loss, loser out of that pit stop phase, dropping to P8 due to the double stack. I have a league, I guess that's a league race in Baku after this. I'm gonna going a solid 6 safety cars and 1 red flag. Yes, Pickard! How's it going, brother? You join us in safety car conditions. And I think it was Dennis that caused it. Trying the mediums. Quantum has to stick to this strategy now, as well as Gotto, Emilio, and Karim. Now, is it going to pay off, or are we going to see Quantum throw away a podium position? Because Sem's 10-second time penalty could be removed after this race. Depends on what the students have been very busy, man, with A-levels. Hey, mate, you get your head down and get stuck into them A-levels. As we get, I'm going to say Cara in the chat. Hello, how are we doing? Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for joining us here on the commentator channel with AERS And it's round 10. Finley down in P16. What it could have been for him. What it could have been for him. But hello, Kara. Hello. So, safety car in this lap now. And it's Thomas that will lead the way off the start. I have a feeling that VNT Thomas is going to be feeling a lot of pressure into turn 1 with drivers on fresher tyres in behind him. He's got to get a good restart here. He's got to catch Nico lacking. They all feed through. Let's see if he's got a good launch here against it. He's leaving it to the line. This could spell carnage for turn 1, people. Buckle in as we reset now and get back under race conditions, and it's the run down to turn 1. Could this spell carnage with that late launch from Thomas? Nico having a look to the inside. We can see battling in the background, and it's all going off Quantum. Are them hard tyres really the tyres to be on, as we see cars off the track in the background? And it looks like the Inters are just the better tyre, as Sem's showing it here, going down the inside. He's got the outside line now. Quantum fighting hard to keep hold of the position, but those hards just are not the tyre, people. And Thomas has managed to hold on to the lead of this race under the safety car restart. But again, going to be a lot of pressure going into turn 1 from Nico. 6 lap fresher tyres, and Thomas has just got to try and hold on as long as he can to this P1, because I have the feeling that he's going to definitely be on another stop. I don't think he could take them Inters to the end. But DRS enabled. And now Nico closing up to the back. Is he close enough for a little look? He's not. Sem, I think, maybe carrying a tiny bit of damage. Not visible to our eye, but there may be some, just with that crash, I think he thought he could maybe manage it, but it is costing him lap time. And I think Quantum may have his tyres into range, but Marco is not letting Quantum breathe for a minute as he goes past Marco into P4 for the McLaren team of, my God, who is it? BRC, sorry, I do apologise, people. I feel like Thomas will full push to wear other tyres out and then pit with 10 laps to go and full push again. Yeah, I mean, that could be the strat, that could be the strat. Is Sem kind of in tyre saving mode at the minute, just trying to hold on? I mean, that sector 3, that's where Sem can really close back up. I mean, Thomas is going to be quite slow through there compared to the rest of the drivers with that tyre difference. Let's have a look a bit further back. Gotto P9 on those hards as well. Looks like he might have a little look at Wards, but can't do anything with them as of yet. But Gotto showing that he's got some grip with those hards. He's in there scrapping. He's trying to fight. He's trying to hold on to position. As Voller down in P7. Not a position we are used to seeing him, as Gotto gets a bit of a knock there from Zito. Maybe a push to pass. Maybe a bit of karma for Gotto there, as we did see it from Gotto earlier on in the race. Yeah, not. It's just if they can keep the pace. I mean, Quantum, like obviously, the restart for him is going to be so much more painful for the people on the Inters. But he's done well to not drop down the pack. So Mip there with a 3-second time penalty. We've got a few more drivers now with penalties. Emilio, Caden, Mip, Callum, all with corner cutting penalties. And then you've got Sem at the top with a 10-second time penalty that may have the potential to be removed after the race in the stewards, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. But very close racing. 2 DRS trains. Voller dropping off the top 6. Maybe in tyre saving mode. Voller just trying to save some tyres for those final few laps where he can have an advantage. We do know Voller's got a very good racing mind, very good technically. Is he good strategically? We'll have to wait and see come the end of this race. Can he improve on a P7 where he's currently sat? Schumacher's done well to get up to P6 after, obviously, that moment. But I think for Nico now, Nico wants to be wishing that Thomas's tyres fall off the biggest cliff, and it's in sector 2 where it happens, because he can build a gap then. He won't feel any pressure from Sem, even though Sem now seems to have the tyres underneath him and is absolutely pushing to try and get past Thomas here. Got Marco in at P4, he's also stalking Sem. Could be a potential podium from Marco if he can stay there. Like, as we know, that 10-second time penalty hangs over Sem's head. But yeah, it's just if these hard tyres can stay alive and just... It'd be interesting to see in the final 5 laps or something how they're doing with them. But I mean, remember Ward's 9 laps on the Inters, was it, on his first stint? Went in early. So, I mean, the hards could be quite strategy, who knows? These Inters runners could be really struggling come the end of this race. I mean, we'll see how long Thomas stays out for, because Thomas is like 13 laps deep, but he's still... Yeah, he is losing a bit of pace to Nico. Now, as Sem actually goes for that P2, as Thomas going into the pit lane. Sem does pick up DRS though, so that'll enable him to close up to Nico. But Nico using his ERS to try and maintain that 1 second difference. But again, Sem's going to be going into another DRS zone here, which is going to put him right on the tail of Nico for the rest of this lap. Should be a very interesting battle between these two. Nico showed some very strong pace. Obviously, Sem in that first stint and after the safety car restart has shown brilliant pace. Going on the attack, making moves. So, see who comes out on top between these two. Voller in at P5. On the rear of Quantum. Quantum seems to have the car under a bit more control now. Whether the tyres have really started to dig in, but as Finlay, I think, has disconnected once again. Yep, he has time. Sammy Lewis, a 3-second time penalty. Sammy currently in at P9. He's got 2.2 seconds between himself and Thiago. Needs to build that gap if he doesn't want to lose that P9 position. Well, Sammy, get your foot down, kid. Ward's back into the pits, people. And he only did 9 laps. So, we know that Thomas managed nearly 14 laps that only gives them to lap 31. And Sem only went, he went like, what, 13, 14 on his first stint? So, hard runners could have pulled off something pretty decently here, just depending, because, I mean, I'm just interested to see where it goes. Nico went 14 earlier. Yeah, still, it's not enough laps though, is it, really? BNT Thomas with the 3-second time penalty. Penalties are starting to roll in, just drivers maybe getting that a little bit more careless as the laps start to wind down. 8 more laps to go. And Nico holding on to the lead of the race. Sem just settling in behind. Marco follows through. Then it's Quantum. I tell you what, Quantum's doing a blinding job on those hards, staying stuck behind these intermediate runners. And this is what I mean. It's very much on a knife edge, the track, which tyre is. I mean, I think we can all agree that Marco going for a move here. He's putting it to Sem. He really is trying to put Sem under a lot of pressure. Great challenge there from Marco to try and take P2. Fair challenge as well. 90, definitely. I think they're going to have to pit again, these intermediate runners. Still raining, but very, very light rain now. Maybe that's why we're seeing Quantum just maybe having that bit more grip. And Gotto just seems to be catching Voller. Well, he was, but Voller does have DRS, I think, or did have. Gap to leader, of course. Is that on leader? There you go. Yeah, they've got to make the decision now. This is the lap if they're going to pit. If not, they're going to stick to it. Was that a long enough time? Who asked for that then? Is it Robert? Oh no, Oscar. I think that's plenty enough time for old Oscar to see that. What am I doing? Let's do that. Thomas hasn't gained much on dries. He's actually losing. God damn. And that's what we had up on the tyres, didn't we? Mitt has gone on to the softs. Now that's a bold one. That is a bold call. But, I mean, Quantum, look, I mean, he's, whether they're trying to just maintain and trying to save a bit of tyres up at the front here, which is going to be a tall ask. I think Quantum is going to sneak the win here. I think we're going to see punches from the front three. Unless they are managing like crazy right now to minimise the wear, this potentially could be a Quantum win. Gotto's gaining bits to Sem, so maybe it's just the out. So Thomas, Tom's losing time to Finley. Finley's on 12 lap old Inters. And it must show that the hard tyres are working or that Marco made a mistake, because Quantum for Red Bull has now moved into P3, and I am sure that the FRT boys are going to be loving this one from Quantum. He really is putting on a stellar drive. Being on these hards, he took the pain on the safety car restart. He knew he was going to lose positions because his warm-up was going to be a lot more difficult than his competitors. But it looks like this could be an easy victory for Quantum, because Gotto has caught Voller up massively. I don't know whether Voller's made a mistake, but look at the gap now. Gotto really has closed that down. It was, what, like nearly 4 seconds, 3 seconds? So the hard compounder tyres could be the right choice come the end of this race. Schumacher is actually catching Finley. And Gotto is catching. This could, we could see two, excuse me, two hard tyre runners on the top 2 steps come the end of this race as we get a safety car. Oh, there's going to be some pissed off drivers, and the pissed off drivers are going to be Quantum and Gotto. It seems to happen, like we had last lap drama last time I did comms. I mean, he would have made it, but Quantum and Gotto had well more grit than the intermediate runners then. A hell of a lot more grit. Aston double DNF. He was struggling, Muscat. This is the second safety car of the evening, and it will be the last. I mean, Quantum probably still be happy with a podium, but that it looked like his race win. There's no ifs or buts about it. It looked like what Gotto could have possibly had a shot at a podium. Inters or dries, or do you stay? I'd stay out. If you're Quantum and Gotto, you know you've got the grip. Just if the others pit in front of you, you follow in, and Quantum's pitted. Gotto had to stayed out. Had to fucking stayed out. But I think everybody else behind them's pitted, and they're all on softs. Holy shit! This is gonna. This is spelling disaster already for me. Hang on. They didn't. Oh my God, Schumacher got a drive-through penalty for trying to speed in under the safety car. Trying to get them positions. Schumacher has undone himself, and now he sits between Voller and Marco for P4. That's going to be he's got to defend. I think he was trying to gain a couple of positions there, because I did see him boot it out of turn 17. Did see his markers pick up pace. So Quantum actually pitted for a fresh set of inters. Marco's on softs. I'm still calling a Quantum win here. Yeah, exactly. They got the VNT engineers. Finley with a 3-second time penalty there, multiple warnings. As we get JSR Joseph in the chat, it's still into weather. I mean, it's very much on a fine line, Joseph, to be honest. I mean, before this safety car, you'd give Quantum the race win due to him being on the hards and he had way more grip. I'm watching P2 POV. Is he watching Sem's POV? I mean, it's going to be hard for Nico and Sem to hold on to the lead of this race. Oh, and Joseph, this is no disrespect, mate, but like next time you stream, and this is just an advice, there's some advice, you need to sort out your volume mixer, like for racing your like commentary, because I could barely hear you, bro. I was watching it and I just couldn't understand like a word you were saying, so just try and sort that mix out of Finley with another 3-second time penalty under the safety car. Yeah, no worries, bro. Let's lock in, people. Let's lock in. We will have 2 laps of racing, and it's Nico and Sem on all tyres that will lead the run down to turn 1. Can Quantum get the position? Can Marco sneak it? On the soft, no, Marco can't. It looks like the soft tyres aren't the ones to be on. A struggle from the restart there. But let's move on to the top 3. Quantum already looking to make moves. Let's the 2 battle it out at the front. Let's have a look a bit further back. Are we seeing any people trying to make moves? No, we are not. Sammy Lewis in the top 10. Could be picking up some points here with both drivers being in the top 10. Nico Burger Bottle, as Sem does go past Nico. And now it's Quantum. It's Quantum with the pressure. It's forcing these guys to make these moves. But easy, Melvin. How we doing, bro? Glad to see you in the chat. Yeah, it's interesting. But before the safety car, you'd have said, like I said, Quantum would have won it. He had so much more grip on the hards compared to the inters. He took the. I'm fine. Good to hear it, bro. He took the pain early with the safety car restart, knew he was going to lose positions, but then started to come back and then bang, safety car. So DRS is actually still enabled, and they're not going to get it on this lap, are they? Apart from in the turn 11, 12. So Sem could actually still win this on 18 lap old tyres. Let's see what Nico can do. Can Nico defend this position even with the fresher tyres? Oh, as Quantum gets right on the rear diffuser there of Nico. He is able to brake later, but just can't make the moves. Marco is defending in the background against Voller. Doesn't want Voller to get past. Voller, oh, tapping the rear wing, tapping the rear end of the McLaren there was Voller. You've seen him back off though. He wasn't going for the move. He knew that he'd unsettled the car in front of him and allowed him to recompose himself. It is the final lap of the race, and Sem, he has a 10-second time penalty hanging over his head. He may be able to have that removed, and I'm asking myself the exact same question, AJ. How has Quantum not been able to get through? But yes, Sem, it was been brilliant from him. Qualifying from the race, he's driven a brilliant one. There's just a 10-second time penalty, but he comes round the final corner on track to win Mexico. It's Nico P2, Quantum P3. And that obviously changes round to Nico taking P1 and Quantum P2. Voller does walk away with a P3 due to a Marco penalty, I think. Gotto gets P4. Go on, Gotto. Sam Lewis ended the race in the pit lane. Game's gone, says Melvin. I mean, we couldn't agree with you. So there's the celebration from Nico. Did really well after the pit stop, after his first pit stop, drove that outlap like it was his last, and managed to get a 2-second gap to his teammate and Quantum. But yeah, it was really, really good racing from OMB. I think, you know, he deserves that win. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the stewards. Is Sem going to fight it? Only racer car engineering this happens. But your race winner is OMB Nico. As you can see, the fastest lap goes to Zito. Driver of the day goes to VNC Thomas, with VNC Thomas also taking the most overtakes. But yeah, absolutely brilliant race. Well done, Nico, on that brilliant win. Is he going to hold on to it? I'll let you know next week with the stewards report whether he did manage to maintain it, or did Sem and his team fight that penalty. Yes, Dogster, it is me. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're well. So, people, after another great race, we got safety cars as usual, and it really did spice up them final laps. Really looked like Quantum was going to go for it, try and go for that race win, but still only managed to walk away with a P2. But yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant racing here with AERS this evening. As always, I'd like to thank all the drivers that took part, all you beautiful people in the chat coming in, saying hello, you know, adding to the, you know, two things, giving me somebody to talk to when we have them dull moments of racing. Thank you very much for the follow, Dogster. Massively appreciate it. But yeah, absolutely brilliant racing. Absolutely brilliant. And thanks once again to all the drivers and you lovely people in the chat that really do make this commentating that little bit more easier for me. But yeah, till next week, people, it'll be round 11. Can SCI bring it back? Can they win another race? So Sam spun out the final corner. That's why he was in the pits. Oh, damn. Unlucky Sammy Lewis. Unlucky Sammy Lewis. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the followers this evening. Massively appreciate it. That's another week under the belt, under wraps. And we'll let you know next week about the stewards report. But until then, people, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. Much love. And we'll see you next Wednesday for round 11 here with AERS. Good night, people.